If I was a gambler, I'd bet you wouldn't recognise this badge. And what if I was to tell you this car is one of the most significant models to be built in Britain? Or this name. It uses Welsh steel and it's made by Nissan in Sunderland. Let's see what makes it so special. Infiniti Q30, very important for the UK. Result of a joint investment with Nissan and Mercedes. £250 million put into the plant, and it's going to be supplying 60,000 Infiniti Q30s a year to the world market. It's important because it uses Welsh products, Welsh steel, employs people in the UK, uses a lot of components from the UK. So it's the sort of car we should be building. And in fact, it's the sort of car we were building a long time ago, before the recession hit. And Nissan are one of the most successful companies in the world, and the Infiniti is their premium brand. The car is one of 30 in the range, petrol and diesel engines. This particular one sits about in the middle of the range. It's the premium, so it comes with front sensors and a navigation system, but it can be upgraded to a different system and lots of other extras put in. So the price of this car rises from about £21,400 to about £24,000. We've had this on test and it's been doing 40 miles per gallon. Its top speed is 122 mile an hour, and it gets from 0 to 62 in under 10 seconds. As it stands, it's about £21,400, but then you can start adding the extras, and this particular one goes to, I think it's just over £24,000. The Infiniti Q30 is based as a joint venture with Mercedes-Benz, and underneath is effectively a Mercedes A-Class, the new A-Class series. A lot of the hardware and in fact some of the software is all used by Mercedes. So that's probably the nearest rival to this car. Then you've got to think of the Audi series and BMW. They're all competitors. So they're all trying to get into this market now, which is almost a crossover between a hatchback and an MPV. With passengers in the back, the already limited view through the slit-like rear window was made worse, and you really had to rely on the reversing sensors to pick up anything or anyone obscured by the thick C-pillars and high tail. Boot space was reasonable, but not what you might expect in a family car, and that was even without the full-size spare wheel or run-flat tyre, as it came with just a puncture repair kit, which is of no help with all but the simplest deflation. There are 5 trim levels. Instruments are clear, but switches are split between screen, steering wheel and console controls. Infiniti Q30 Premium. It's the second level in the trims that you can get. There are 5. With this comes standard cruise control and front parking sensors. This is essentially a family car, so there's plenty of oddment space. I've got door pockets in either door. Got a very useful little central console for your glasses or something else. Water bottle placing, and move my magic phone, yet another. And there's a sound system connection then for your iPhones. In-touch screen here gives you the navigation phone apps, information and settings. And when you select the radio, you've got all the other media controls down here. And one of the benefits of this car is the optional sunroof. Electric sunroof with a shade, and it's £500. As you can see, this car is set up for a 6-foot driver. There's not a huge amount of room in the back, but we do have some seat back pockets and some door bins. The headroom is good, but not brilliant. And now we come to the family end of this 5-door hatchback. It's quite a decent sized boot. There is a lower level, and in that we have a tyre inflation kit, but no spare tyre, which I think is a bit of a mistake. The boot at 430 litres is big enough even to take my chocolate bag. The engines are a joint venture with Mercedes-Benz, and this is the 1.6 litre 122 PS engine you'll also find in the Mercedes A-Class. The engines and gearboxes are shared between the two, but their tuning is slightly different to meet certain requirements. This car is probably going to appeal to the better off who want to have a family car but don't want it to be like their neighbours. You'll have businessmen using it, so there's a special business specification. You'll have retired people. You'll have young people who want to have something different on their drive or at the golf club. It's good value as far as it goes, but I'm a little disappointed with the power and the performance. I expect a bit more bangs for my bucks. So there you have it, a British-built car from a Japanese company developed with the Germans.